You're listening to the Peasinner Network. For more great podcasts, go to peasinner.com.au.
The weave is broken. Those of might and magic are falling. Factions fly to fill the vacuum of power as the spell plague brings destruction across the Forgotten Realms. Two heroes meet in the abandoned ruins of the Sword Coast town of Leylon. Women skilled in sword and sorcery, upon whose shoulders rest the fate of the entire Forgotten Realms.
Wait. Is he talking about us?
I sure hope not, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, gods. Hello and welcome to Best Left Forgotten, the deliberately uncanon and unofficial D&D Forgotten Realms actual play podcast. My name is Nathan Quadrio, and I am your Dungeon Master.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I play Clarrybelle Trollbleeder, the Dwarven Barbarian.
My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I play Flick Gullkind, the Gnome Druid.
Now, in case you'd forgotten, Flick and Clarrybelle arrived at Neverwinter, and after meeting some colourful characters, headed out towards the Wall at the Chasm in search of General Sabine Hornraven. Finding the Lord's Alliance in combat with an onslaught of black ooze-like stallions, Flick and Clarrybelle jumped into action, and as they helped fend off the creatures, Flick's handy spellcasting caught the eye of the woman who turned out to be General Sabine. The duo told her of their encounters with the Red Wizards of Thay, and Sabine offered them the support of the Lord's Alliance and pointed the pair in the direction of the House of Knowledge to learn more about their foe. After encountering an eerie group of Asmodeus worshippers in the foyer, Flick and Clarrybelle made their way through a trapdoor in search of the Lawmaster, with the sounds of exuberant scat singing guiding their path. Let's jump right in. As you climb down the ladder, the sounds of Jess. I can see your face already. As you climb down the ladder, the sounds of singing echo closer and closer. The quality is not high, but the enthusiasm is definitely there. And you climb and you reach the bottom of this ladder. You turn and you find yourself in a sea of bookshelves and books, all lit by kind of these hanging candles on the wall. You can hear the voice from further in. Hey there, cool cats and daily dogs. And just flicking through pages of a heavy tome.
Clarrybelle turns to Flick.
What's a dickety dog?
I guess we'll find out. I don't think it's us, though.
All right.
So he's probably not talking to us yet.
Excuse me, sir, were you singing about us?
And there's silence as you speak.
That's more the intro I'm used to, yeah.
Yeah.
You hear a book closing and then running in the opposite direction to where you are.
Okay. I was like, he's running towards us? Okay.
Wait, we're looking for the lore master.
Maybe he's just preparing like a grand entrance.
Maybe.
Let's like slowly walk there so he's got time to prepare.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, slowly walk towards the direction we heard the voice.
Okay. You walk towards where you heard the voice, and there's just 2 or 3 rows of the bookshelves, and you come into like a little reading area, and there's a long desk, several pieces of paper strewn about, quills, inks, all that kind of thing, but there's nobody there. A chair has been pushed right back and is teetering on its back legs, leaning against another bookshelf as if it's been pushed back suddenly.
Huh.
Hello?
Does an 18 hit you?
What? Yes?
Okay. From somewhere in the bookshelves, you take 1 point of damage as a lamp flings out and hits you.
A lamp?
A lamp, an oil lamp, not lit, luckily. Otherwise, you would be in quite a difficult situation with the wooden shelves.
I hit the deck.
Are you okay? I'm fine. My ears ringing a little bit.
Who sent you ring-a-ding-dingers down here?
The, hive mind upstairs said to come find you.
What's your groove? What you brought down here?
What's our groove?
We're looking for information about the Red Wizards and we were told to see you about that. I guess my name's Clarrybelle. I'm a dwarf. I like frilla dresses. Is that a groove? Is that what you're looking for?
A scrunched up ball of paper flings out and bounces off of you, Clarrybelle. Nobody's supposed to come down here.
All right, well, we're specifically told to, so what's the groove with that?
I'm going to start crawling a little bit towards where I've seen all these things flung from.
Yeah. I suppose I can jive with that groove. And this small wood elf steps out from the shadows as you flick combat crawling down the ground towards the voice. It's a small man with kind of this wild brown hair, balding, and a big bushy brown beard. These little glasses that sit on the end of these wide staring eyes.
Hello?
Hello. Greetings. Good evening.
Are you the lore master?
Some have known to call me that. Others call me Cool Cat.
And which do you prefer?
It sounds like in this context, Lore Master will be fine.
All right. Well, lore master, first, can I say, I don't think I've ever heard singing the likes of what you just did, and I enjoyed it very much.
She's groovy.
And second, I'm looking for some information on the Red Wizards of Thay and the Dread Ring in which they dwell.
How did you come to find me down here?
A friend of a friend
I'm still on the floor.
referred us to this location, and then the people upstairs sort of opened a hatch and suggested we come down here.
And so why is it that I, a cool cat such as me, should pass on this information to you, the groovy people?
Just that. We're groovy times two. Times two, because there's two of us.
Can you both roll persuasion checks?
10.
Dirty 20.
Okay. I suppose I can spend some time. It's been a long time since anybody's come down here. I've been alone for many years. And he stares off into the distance. But anyway.
Great.
The Red Wizards, you say?
Yeah, and the Dread Ring?
The Dread Ring. Well, you take a seat. And he moves off. There is only the one chair that is his. There are no other chairs.
That's fine.
I might, browse? Do you think that's allowed?
I mean, it's a library, right?
Yeah.
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 We can browse. I don't know what that was.
We can browse.
We can browse.
We're cool cats. Yeah, I'm going to see the section that we're in with the chair. What kind of titles there are?
Certainly. Looking around, you find yourself to be in primarily a geography section. There's an individual book about each region. There are some books about major cities. You recognize Neverwinter. Obviously, there's several tomes about Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, those kinds of things. There are a couple of other interesting pieces. One about the Trollbark Forest that might, if you're aware of the Troll Bleeder clan, perhaps that might spark something in you.
Yeah, for sure. I go ahead and pull that one out and toss it over to Clarrybelle.
And I think you just see Clarrybelle's eyes go wide and it just opens and immediately starts reading.
Okay. As you begin to read through this tome about the Trollbark Forest, the Lawemaster comes out from behind one of the shelves carrying two large books. The Red Wizards of Thay and the Dread Ring. And he puts the two books down on the table.
And makes the sound effects?
Yes. And that's right. And then he opens them up. And then he puts his fingers, one finger on each book to kind of track the words. Changing every line on each phrase.
Honestly, that's a pretty good memorization technique, though. Like, I vibe with that. That's pretty good.
What is it that you wanted to know? Groovy Clarrybelle.
I guess if there's any information on how to access the Dread Ring, about the tower in the Dread Ring, I suppose it'd be too much to ask for a schematic.
From what I can see, it says here that Dread Rings are built by a man named Szass. Head of the Red Wizards up there in Thay. Now let me tell you from what I read, these are people, not cool cats.
Confirmed.
The dread ring is kind of like a little pocket in the dimension that they're sitting in. Not really the material plane, not really the astral, it's kind of hanging in the middle. Like that sweet, sweet ham and a sandwich. Sitting in the middle of two red planes. And they're used to hold the Thay people. From what I understand, the keys are held by officials, probably. People with power in the Thay world. The cool cats of the Thay world, perhaps. The rockinest Thays. What else did you want to know?
Was there anything in there about a tower?
A tower. There is something that sits at the heart of every dread ring. Some kind of central core in a tower or keep or something like that. I suppose a tower would be fine. You knock that thing down and boom, the dread ring's gone. Everything goes like me eating a ham sandwich. And from out of nowhere, he pulls 2 slices of bread and some ham. Oh, and he starts to eat the sandwich in front of you. Oh.
So if we can find a way to destroy the tower, then the whole thing collapses.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how long would we have to then skedaddle?
Is like, does everything sort of get expelled?
He said it.
Yeah, but like when you eat a ham sandwich, that ham sandwich doesn't disappear. It eventually...
Well, I wouldn't be putting our hopes on eventually.
I'm sure there'd be some time for you to escape, but, a minute or so.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do a minute.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Is this something you're actually going to be doing, not like a theoretical heebie-jeebie mumbo-jumbo?
Yeah, it's teetering right on the edge of theoretical over into happening soon.
That's so uncool.
It could be cool if it worked.
Yeah. Then the Red Wizards wouldn't be bothering so many people.
It's true. Other questions? Other cues? I got some A's for your cues.
Can I clarify? Earlier you said this dread ring or that dread ring. Does that mean there's multiple?
The dread ring's like a concept.
Right.
So more of them could be made or have been made.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's fine. We're just dealing with this one.
Yeah.
Let's not think about that too hard.
Okay. I guess the other thing that I was kind of interested in finding out about, there was something that we saw some carvings about called the Dirge of Delzoun.
A classic. And he kind of slides half moonwalking back into the shadows to get more books.
Right.
Okay.
As Clarrybelle, you flick through your tome on the
Yes.
Trollbark Forest. It's a forest that just sits north of Baldur's Gate,
Okay.
in between that city and Daggerford.
Right.
And in it, allegedly, are huge amounts of trolls and trollkin. You are reading an older book, so that may not be true anymore, but it's the best lead you've had in a while.
Yes.
Is there any tomes here on Old Owl Well?
Interesting. Can you roll an investigation check, please?
Ooh. Sorry. Any good number on an investigation check for us is wild.
Yeah.
16.
Nice.
Yes, there is a very small book about Old Owl Well. What would you like to know?
Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of interested to see if I can see any reason why the Wizards of Thay would be interested in it, because having Hamoon stationed there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm almost kind of curious if potentially there's another door there.
Yeah.
We found a hinky red wizard sword there, so it's
Yeah.
obviously of some significance.
Yeah.
There's not a huge amount of information about Old Owl Well. It's a bit mysterious in that way. There's a lot of magic tied up with the location. So you don't know if perhaps there's another door there, but it is a place where perhaps if they were trying to use up magical energy or make the most of a space, then that would be a good place to do it.
I put the pamphlet back.
Let's get down with the dirge. As he continues to read. The Dirge of Delzoun.
What did you find?
Well, it seems like there were these dwarves that lived years and years and years and years ago. And they had many kingdoms, powerful kingdoms, many individual cities that they had. And they unlocked something, some kind of primordial power deep within Mount Hotenau, just north of here. And they kind of used it. They kind of connected with it, you know, melody and harmony style. And it was the center of their forges, and then bam! Again, in come the wizards of Thay. And they're like, no, not melody, harmony, you are the melody. And they tried to use the power of that primordial goodness down in the mountain, and well, it all went wrong from there.
Do you know how long ago the Red Wizards got involved?
My books aren't clear, maybe 100 years ago or more.
Okay.
When was the last time Mount Hotenau erupted?
That's a good question. If it's within the last few years, I don't got those books here.
Okay.
And he slowly kind of slips away looking for his a book about the eruptions of Mount Hotenau.
Amazing. Now that's a cool way to blow up a tower.
We can't do it. It's fine. We don't have that kind of magic, but imagine. That would be pretty cool. Don't worry, I've got some wild ideas.
Blam goes the volcano. And he comes in and he's got a scroll on the table as it rolls out onto this long table in front of you. And it's a timeline of different events. There was a small incident right here. And he points, and you notice that it was only 5 or so years ago.
Right.
And does that sort of... We have 9 intelligence. Does that sort of, I guess, line up with how often it's been erupting in the past?
It seems irregular and difficult to track.
Yeah, great.
But you do notice that there's about 100, 150 years ago, there is an eruption that might align with what he was talking about with the dirge. Actually, it's been a while since me, the lawmaster, has been up there. There's that big hole, the chasm, they call it.
Yeah?
That came from an eruption.
Oh.
Big rock. Into the people's homes. So much death and screaming.
And when was that?
There was this one right here. And he points to the one about 5 years ago.
Huh.
Right. Could that have been where that strange hole in Sticky's
That is a
Castle?
long way.
came from?
That is a long way for a rock to go.
But you know more about rocks than I do.
Well, how far away is Hotenau from Neverwinter? Are we right next to it? Are we on top of it?
It's pretty close. Just over there. And he points, obviously underground, so you can't there, but he's pointing in the general direction.
Well, it's just because that was volcanic something or other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. For sure.
Because if we're thinking it's weird magic hinky stuff with the Red Wizards, then potentially anything could have happened.
That's true.
It sounds good.
It sounds good.
What sounds good?
I mean, volcanic rock, Mount Hotenau. There's not a lot of Mountain Hotenau going on. If you guys have found some sticky volcanic rock, sounds good if it's from Mount Hotenau.
All right. So, yeah, it sounds like it's a connection. Got it.
Okay.
I would need to look at the rock myself, and if it's sticky, I ain't going down there. Also, I haven't left this place in several months.
Are you okay? Should we bring you anything? Do you want to go upstairs?
Oh, no. I'm just here to protect the law.
Right.
You know, we'd had a little bit of a hoodly-doodly yak-yak-ga, you know, here. It's not been nice.
Yeah, I noticed it was kind of decrepit upstairs.
Oh, that's sad to hear.
Is all the scatabat-dat-dow, is that when a roundabout Lord Neverember rocked up and started changing things?
No, he's been here for ages. We had this other lady turned up. Very suspicious. They called her the prophet, the priestess. Ugh.
Rahini.
Rohini.
Oh, Ooh, that was her.
Have you met Rohini?
Oh, yeah, she and I worked together. You know, she was pretty rock-a-diddly-doo-doo, and then she won't know rock-a-diddly-doo-doo. It used to be the brother who ran this temple here, and, you seem like honest folk. I think I can I think she killed him. I don't have any evidence, but, seems a little sus.
Okay, that's a lot at once.
It might have been a dream, but one night I was leaving my bed to go for a walk, and I was walking and I saw this prophet Rohini, and she transformed or something.
Transformed?
Yeah, like all hiddly-doo-ga-ga like.
And what did the hiddly-doo-ga-ga look like?
She was like a red lady with the horns and these big red wings, and she was like, And then
I can see her doing that.
Then I found myself, bam, back in bed.
Okay. Again, a lot to take in. Before all of the scootily bop bop ba happened with the priestess, what were you two working on together?
Oh, she just came to join the church. She was a priestess, a prophet. She had really bold ideas about the spell plague, healing people, changing lives.
And then she killed the brother.
Oh, well, allegedly. We don't want to get any scootily-doo-doo with the gods here.
Turned into what sounds like some sort of red devil or demon. And then left? Why'd she leave?
Oh, she said she'd found something here and she had to take it. It was very important that she took it to somewhere safe.
Do you know what it was?
No, I'm not familiar with anything that was here. Everything down here has been groovy for years. Do you know what it could be? It sounds like you know this Rohini lady.
I don't know. The only thing I can kind of think of is something on the same level as a spell orb, maybe.
Yeah, there was...
A spell orb? That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, you got anything on that?
A spell orb?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Well, you got the first one right there. S-V-E-L-L.
Yep.
O-R-B. Orb.
Oh, a spell orb.
A spell orb.
Yeah. It was like S-P-E-L-O-R-B. Spell orb.
That's a lot of letters.
We've been encountering, they're blue, and they have a flame in them, and they can cause some creatures to go crazy.
I see. That sounds like what Rohini was looking into. See, because the spell plague, it infects people. They become plague changed. They get crazy powers, and they go in a hoot-ka-ka-ka,
Do you have any research on how fast that hoot-ka-ka-ka can spread in a person?
Oh, not really. The spell plague is pretty new stuff. We're not really... who would know? I mean,
The priestess Rohini.
The priestess Rohini. It sounds like you don't really want to be friends with her if, she's like a red devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't really planning on being friends with her anyway.
You know what? If you're having issues with the spell plague, are you familiar with Candlekeep? The library of Candlekeep.
Yeah, I think we've heard of it. It's got all the knowledge in the world or something.
Well, they like to say so, but it is the largest library here in Faerun.
So are you saying they might have something about?
Well, I imagine they're keeping up and down and left and right, inside out of this spell plague menace.
All right, well, we'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
Are you a bookie people?
No.
I don't want to say anything. Yeah, you don't look like bookie people.
No.
No.
In order to get into Candlekeep, you need to give them something. It's a little quid pro quo, give me here, give me there kind of situation. And they want something they don't already have.
All right, well...
I got something for you. And he points at Flick.
Oh, hello.
And he slips and slides back.
Oh, away
into the
from me,
books.
thank
Away from
God.
the books.
So that was a lot, right?
That was so much.
And I still don't really know what we're meant to do next.
No, I mean... this guy's not going to be able to tell us, but it doesn't sound like there's many other people that, are spell plague healers. So I guess we're going down the route of destroying the tower.
We're destroying the tower, which destroys the dread ring, And then I think we're going back to Rohini, knowing that she's some kind of weird red devil.
Yep. Sounds like a terrible plan.
Absolutely.
Well,
the
no,
worst.
not even that. It sounds like a long-term plan. We still need to figure out our short-term plan, which is how do we blow up a tower?
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Here is Selune. And he drops a very large and thick tome in front of you, and you immediately recognize on the front is the symbol of Saloon, of the moon and stars sprinkled across it.
Cool.
This is a unique tome. Something that those Candlekeep folk, with their rockin' inside-out knowledge, do not have, probably. You can take it with you, do a little bit of learning, a little bit of reading.
Oh, cool. That's very generous of you. Thank you.
About spreading the knowledge.
Yeah.
And you seem like lovely people, but also you're seeking a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
And I don't want to interrupt. It sounds, a little bit rude to overhear what you're saying, but I think that the priestess absolutely could do some healing dealing. But it will probably come with a little price that, might be your life for your soul or whatever.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay.
You don't know anyone else that could do a similar thing for cheaper?
Look, there's people everywhere. Up here in Neverwinter, down there in Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, major cities. I'm sure there's bound to be some kind of healing dealing going on.
But no specifics.
No.
Great.
No specifics.
Yes, feels like maybe a little bit too pressing than that.
There was a really, a strong, powerful paladin lady. Sildar Hallwinter. She might be able to point you in the right direction. And now, she was a rockin'est chick. She didn't like me very much, but I liked it when she came round.
Sildar was an incredible woman.
I don't wish to question you on your tense, because it will bring down the mood. Are you saying was here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Well, that is a bummer.
Yeah, it's just about the biggest bummer that we've come across in our journey so far.
We've come across a lot of bummers.
Well, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
It sounds like I've answered your questions.
You have. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck. Please head down to Candlekeep. It sounds like you're looking for knowledge, and they got the knowledge.
Thank you.
And good luck with your skabadabadoo-bow.
Yep.
Ow!
I guess we head out.
Yep.
And you exit, and you climb up the ladder, and you are in the House of Knowledge, and the eyes stare at you.
Can we help you?
They don't respond.
All right. Well, we're going to go.
Bye.
It was definitely an experience meeting you all.
And they stare at you as you exit. Where would you like to go?
Oh my God. All right. What's a good figure out how to do the thing place? Let's just go to I don't know, a park or something. No one's going to overhear us in a park.
All right. We can do that.
Let's just sit down and let's figure it out. Yeah?
Okay.
Great.
We're going to go sit down in Central Park. I mean, Middle Park.
There isn't really a big park
Doesn't have to be big.
in Neverwinter. There is a small kind of little gardens area.
That's cute.
Okay.
You can stop in some gardens. There's a bench,
Yeah.
some flowers, bees are buzzing, butterflies are butterflying.
All right. So we sit down in the park.
Yes.
And then the camera slowly zooms out. And Neverwinter bustles around us. And, the sun begins to set. And then we come back into us on the park. And we're like,
Right. So here's the plan. Run me through it again. For this plan to work, we need the Lord's Alliance, who we're meeting with
Yes.
tomorrow.
And the Emerald Enclave, hopefully, who we know. Sabine said she was going to send someone to talk to. And I guess once we've got reinforcements, we can all go down to see them anyway, because our plan is to go through the door we found in the forest, and we'd have to go past the Emerald Enclave anyway to get to the door.
So we get our Lord's Alliance people. We go and hopefully convince the Emerald Enclave not to hate us and to help us.
I think they want to get rid of what's hurting the forest, and we're telling them that we can get rid of what's hurting the forest.
Absolutely.
So even if they don't like us,
Yeah.
It only makes sense that they'd help.
It's fine. We can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go to the wizards in the forest and we steal a key.
Yes.
Hopefully. All of this is hopefully.
We'll be way more careful approaching them this time.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I mean, we'll have some other druids who can turn into little critters like you
Absolutely.
and maybe just sneak in
And
and get
maybe
it.
they'll be intimidated by the fact that we went to the Dread Ring.
That's true.
And we'll say, oh, we'll get you in a lot of trouble with Valindra. We know her personally. There's something there.
Yeah.
Anyway, great. We go through the door in the woods.
Yes, just the two of us to start with in our red cloak. And we're going to sneak up and try and get more for our group because...
Yeah, we're going to steal a bunch of cloaks. Because as we know, the zombies don't attack people with red cloaks.
I'm really trusting that you read that board right because I didn't see it.
It was simple enough that a zombie could understand it. I'm hoping I understood it.
I believe you.
All right. And then we come back and we give those cloaks to everybody.
Dress everybody up.
Dress everybody up. And then we have Team Druid.
Yes.
And they go in and they...
Destabilize the tower in the tunnels.
Yeah, we're going to dig a bunch of tunnels. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Copyright. We're going to dig a bunch of tunnels so that when we try to blow up the tower, all of the base of it's gone.
Yeah.
Great. And then at the same time, the Lord's Alliance is making
Guarding,
sure no one gets to the
protecting,
druids.
Distracting, whatever it is that they're best at.
Perfect.
In that moment.
Then we're going to the tower
to
blow
set
it up,
off the ammunitions.
which we need to find somewhere
hopefully
along this
Sabine
road.
will have a hookup for us.
Yeah, Sabine will provide us with explosives.
And then if we're at the tower and Valindra clues in to something going on, I guess we stop her from reaching everybody else.
We are Team Overseer and Team Blow It Up at the end.
Yeah.
The only thing we need is a signal so that we know when the druids are out of the tunnels and people are hopefully evacuating, if not evacuated.
Well, we should talk to Arnett Greysoother because he might have some magical way of communicating that we don't. Potentially he could be our signal
And then
person.
we blow up the tower. That sets off all the tunnels to collapse. The tower falls over and we somehow get out of there in the nick of time.
That's the bit we're not so sure on, but I'm sure
It'll
we'll
happen.
find. I mean, we found a magic portal the last time that got us out.
And okay, we don't have an orb anymore, sure, but the orb is in us. So with the power of friendship and the
We'll
orb combined,
Find a
we'll
way.
figure it out.
Yeah.
And we do all of this before my arm spreads anymore and my whole island dies.
Yeah.
If ever there were a ticking clock.
I think Clarrybelle just puts her arm around you.
We're going to figure it out.
We're going to figure it out. We've got a plan. And then we go to Priestess Rahini.
And we figure out what the heck is going on with all that.
Yeah, she heals my arm. And we go and do the next thing.
Yeah, I think just focusing on this thing is probably the way to go. We'll think about the next thing when we know that we've accomplished this thing.
Yeah. Okay. Step 1, go to dinner because it's getting time.
I did promise that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, dear.
It's going to be great.
It'll be a nice distraction.
And we head back to the inn for dinner.
You head back to the Rat Hollow to your friend Stefan. As you open the door, you immediately notice there's a change in the mood. The blinds are drawn. There's a table set. Plates, tablecloth, a candle in the center. Stefan is sitting with his feet up, twiddling his thumbs, kind of awaiting your arrival.
Hello?
Oh, you're here. Oh. And he falls back on his chair and lands on the ground.
Are you all right?
I'm sorry, I was just so excited to see you here.
I'll reach my hand down and help him
Pulls him
up.
up.
We're excited to see you too.
I mean, I was a little bit worried that you weren't coming for a second there because, I was just sitting here all on my own and the sun went down. And
When a lady makes a dinner appointment, she keeps it.
it's true.
Love what you've done with the place.
Thank you. I have to say, since I've said that I'm Lord Alliance approved, I've gotten a couple more customers. So
Well,
thank you to you people.
I think I'm underdressed for what you've set out for tonight. I'm going to need to go up and change into my fine dining gown.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Yeah.
And Clarrybelle is genuinely going to go and get out like her nice dinner dress.
Mm-hmm.
I think Flick just goes up and tries to find a better way to cover her arm. She's feeling real self-conscious about that, and they're about to go into a lot situations that need a lot more movement, and doesn't necessarily want everyone to see her, diseased arm.
Yeah.
So wants to find a way to maybe like wrap it in a bandage or something like that.
As you're wrapping and adjusting, you start to notice that there may have been more than when you last checked. And it's kind of spreading down your stomach, down your hip, to your thigh, almost down to your knee on that left side.
I just wrap my arm and I very quickly get changed so that Clarrybelle doesn't see it.
Clarrybelle is well distracted, lacing herself into a gown that has somehow more petticoats than every other gown she's worn before. It's silk. The puff sleeves, rather than being like just that little princess puff, is like full Anne of Green Gables, like massive puff sleeve down to the elbow.
Incredible.
It's bedazzled somehow.
Hours upon hours with a bedazzling gun.
Yeah. You have a feeling that maybe Clarrybelle used to sit in her room with ye old bedazzling gun. Just
Fantasy bedazzling gun.
yeah. And it's this deep blue silk, and the bedazzles are all just little daisies over the bodice.
Cute. Two very different vibes going into this dinner.
Absolutely.
Flick comes down first, wound wrapped,
Yep.
followed by Clarrybelle in her beautiful,
Is it down
intricate
a staircase?
gown. It is down a staircase.
God.
I do full Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my goodness! You both look wonderful, but Miss Clarrybelle, there's something special going on here. It's just here at the Rat's Hollow. You don't have to dress up so beautifully.
Oh, but you've laid everything out so carefully for us. I just had to dress for the occasion.
Play the music! Play the music!
And you can hear coming from the back room this discordant violin playing.
Oh, well, we
coming from the
can't have
kitchens.
music without dancing.
Oh, I have to say, I've got two left feet. I don't know.
I'll hold out my hand to Stefan and I'll lead.
Okay. And you dance for a moment to this discordant tune. Flick, are you sitting down?
Yeah. Funnily enough, not quite in the mood for this one, but I'm very happy that Clarrybelle's having a good time.
Okay. And you begin to dance around the room to this strange music. Suddenly it stops. And the man who was playing bursts through the door with these big plates covered in meat and gravy and drops them on the table.
I suppose dinner is served.
Yep. Oh, well, that is a spread for kings.
Absolutely. Bring the flowers.
Please have a seat.
God, that was Flick's Mrs. Potts moment. Just like the two of them out there doing this horrible parody of Beauty and the Beast. And then I'm just out, tale as old as time.
Off to the cupboard with you now, Chip.
There's fan art there.
I think as dainty as Clarrybelle can, she sits in one of the chairs, puts a napkin up at her neck, and then just jumps straight in.
Yeah.
Like gravy down the fingers, into the beard. It's messy.
Yeah. Stefan does the same.
Yeah.
Slurping up everything
Yep.
like a ham sandwich.
Downs it like a shot.
Turns it like a shot.
Oh, no.
Even better callback.
Oh, man.
I didn't want to make a big deal, but I have to say, you're the first customers I've had in a while, and, your influence has brought in even more customers.
Oh, we're so glad to hear that.
Oh, thank you. I might be able to afford to eat today. That's very exciting for me.
Yay.
So I got you both just a little gift.
Oh, you really shouldn't have.
That's okay. I don't want you to ask any questions about how I got it. But it's
All right.
Done.
It's been passed around that this is, this guy, and he, stays at some of the more fancy taverns. Hasn't been seen in a little while, but he left this somewhere a little while ago. And let's just say it's happened to end up in my hands now. And that's the story that we're gonna go with.
Okay. Absolutely.
Great.
And he pulls out a little wooden box and places it on the table in front of you.
I've gestured at Clarrybelle.
I lick off my fingers, wipe them on a napkin of some kind, and then open the box.
You open the box, and sitting inside the box is a silver key inside a bed of blue velvet.
Okay.
Do you know what this key is? What it does? What it
Well,
opens?
I imagine that unlocks something, that's for sure. No, I have no idea what it is.
Oh.
But it seems very expensive.
It's very
fancy.
pretty.
And I heard that the guy, he was very fancy, into that kind of, politicking and stuff.
Would your magics be able... You can, spend time with something and tell it what it
Magics.
does.
Well, then.
Yeah, I slide that case towards me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna, first of all, just cast Detect Magic and see if there's anything magical about it.
The key is definitely magical.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I mean, I might go have a look at this,
Yeah,
leave you two to it for a little bit and let you know what I find.
of course.
Great.
Flick takes the box and the key and heads upstairs.
Oh, well, then. I guess it's just the two of us, Miss Troll Leader.
And he puts his hand out over the table.
Oh, Stefan, well, I'm very flattered by what you're suggesting. I'm sorry, but I'm engaged to someone else, and I can't pursue anything with you.
No, that's okay. I mean, today's been a good day. We can't win them all. Clear the plates! Clear the plates! It's just been a long day. You're right. I should probably turn in.
Well, you don't
No,
know.
that's okay.
And you just see a single tear rolling down his cheek.
Oh, no.
No, it's so, you know what? Good evening, Miss Troll Leader.
And he runs into the back room.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The bigger guy comes out, grabs all the plates in one arm, and leaves you sitting alone in the dining room of the Rat's Hollow, Clarrybelle.
In your beautiful dress in
Yeah.
the candlelight.
Your beautiful dress, hands slathered with thick, unctuous gravy.
I think I take a minute, just sort of hold in one of the daisies on my dress, and then I get up and follow Flick to the room.
Oh, hey, did you find anything?
Well, let me tell you.
Cool. I cast Identify.
Well, you started off. You tell
Yeah,
me.
it's actually it's what's known as a skeleton key, so it can open any door once.
Well, I mean, that...
What do you think, Nathan? Was that good?
It's pretty good. When you have touched the key, it's ice cold.
Oh.
It's freezing. You cast Identify, and it seems like it's one part of a magic ritual or a magical item. Mm-hmm. There's something about it. Can you roll me a history check with advantage because of your Identify?
It's just got a little special something, yeah? 14.
On your travels northward, you found a blue door sitting
Exactly what I was going to
in
say.
the middle
Yes.
of the road. And not in the middle of the road, just off the road. And there's something about this key.
Does it have a little symbol with the circles or?
You do a little investigating, and there might be, it's difficult to tell, just along the head of the key, very, very, very tiny, there could be circles.
Oh my god.
What did you find?
Okay. So Remember the guy that we left a note to in the forest?
Oh, the blue door.
Yeah, the blue door. I think this is the same guy, which would make sense. It's a traveling guy. We know that he was like, hinky wizard.
I mean,
That's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
We could just drop all of this and go there right now.
Well, as tempting as that sound,
As tempting as that. Wait a minute.
I mean, think about it. He's like the most powerful guy.
I mean, if he was willing to help us.
I mean, how cool would that be? Blue door, blue arm,
Blue orb.
blue orb, lockbox. Could be a lead. Just saying.
I think we talk to Sabine tomorrow
Yeah.
and go from there. But I'm very excited about this key
This is
and about
very
following
cool.
up, unlocking that door.
Yes. This is so exciting. This is what we do next.
Yes.
This is, yeah. Do you want to hold on to it?
Me?
Yeah.
All right, I can do that.
Great.
And I'll take it and put it in my pack.
And you rest for the evening?
And we rest for the evening.
Beautiful. So you can take a long rest.
A long rest.
Get back all of those hit points. Get back all of those spell slots. You awaken in the morning. Your blinds were closed the day before, and they've been opened to allow in the morning sun. And you can see that an attempt has been made in the room to sweep up while you've been sleeping and clean up.
Creepy. Thank you.
You head downstairs, and Stefan is not there. But a table has been set with some breakfast options, and there's a little folded card with Clarrybelle's name on it.
I sit down and I open the card.
It reads, Clarrybelle.
Do you mean Clarrybelle?
Are you wanting me to read it?
Commit to the moment, Nathan.
Okay. It reads,
Clarrybelle, I apologize for my misstep on the evening previous. You are a lovely lady, and I am so pleased to hear of your engagement. Please think of me when you're looking at wedding invitations. I don't get out much. I took the opportunity to clean your room last night while you were sleeping. Once I finished, I realized that also may have been the misstep. I have chosen to take a hiatus while you are staying here to avoid any awkwardness for us. Please enjoy your stay. Stefan.
Oh, dear.
The side plot I never imagined.
I think Clarrybelle just very quietly eats her breakfast.
Yeah. Flick's feeling positive about today. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let's do it. We've got this.
We do.
Yeah. We're good. Look. Do I look plague changed?
I mean, yes.
Okay. But I've wrapped it up.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, you've done a good job.
Yeah. It's just sort of like I've got a cool battle scar or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think that'll be impressive?
You're always impressive.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Let's do it.
and you head out to meet Sabine at the wall. Flick,
Yes.
you walk and your gait is a little bit different as there's a little bit more weight on your left side as your foot has also become changed, infected with whatever is spreading. Clarrybelle, can you roll a perception check for me?
Can I roll deception?
You can roll performance.
I don't see anything. It doesn't matter.
Yes, a 16.
Like you manage to cover it. For most people, they won't be able to notice this, but
Right.
you're definitely feeling it, especially like your boot is a little bit tighter on that foot.
How's the sweating salt water going? Is that still like an issue or?
I mean, yeah, you're definitely smelling a bit salty.
Okay, but like it's not like soaking through my clothes or anything.
No.
Thank
No.
goodness.
You're noticing it as the person who lives in the body. You're like, oh, this is not what normally happens. Something's going wrong.
Yeah.
And next to you, look across Clarrybelle's. Just the real. Noticing anyone like, look at the sky. Look at the walls.
Great.
She might not be feeling like that, especially after the letter from
No.
I think
Stefan.
Clarrybelle's a little distracted by the
That's
letter.
fair. Flick's trying to bring the energy up and keep a externally positive attitude because there's no point worrying Clarrybelle as well.
Yeah.
And we go see Sabine, the teenage witch.
I just want to go to the dance with Javi.
Oh man.
You You arrive at the wall, and Sabine notices you immediately. Good morning.
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 It is so wonderful to see you.
You too. Let's do this thing.
Fantastic. I would like to open by saying that I have been successful in meeting, my soldiers have been successful with meeting the Emerald Enclave.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We met with Autumn Reaver, our net Grey Soother.
Yeah.
And
He's fantastic.
He apparently so. He was very happy to be assisting in this.
Good. One less thing
Yeah.
for us to worry about.
I mean, we'll still have to swing past, but we don't have to convince anybody.
Yeah, we're good.
I have been able to organize some soldiers for a mission, and they will be joining us somewhere between 15 and 20 soldiers.
Oh, my goodness. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm saying fantastic a lot, but I'm very nervous about what's about to happen.
They are all volunteers, so it is their choice.
Great. Can we get an idea of, are they all fighters, or do we have some magic, or...
Magic is, let me say, not a strong suit of our group. We are mostly fighters and soldiers.
Totally fine. Good to know.
Well, we'll have the druids.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
do you have access? Part of how we're planning to take down this tower is to use...
We need to know where to buy explosives.
For what purpose are you using these explosives?
Right. So we told you that we know where the Dread Ring is.
Yes.
The way to destroy the Dread Ring is to take down a big tower that they have in the center there.
And we want to destabilize it from underneath and then use some explosives to set off a chain reaction that brings the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Well, this seems like a very involved plan.
Do you have another suggestion?
No, I do not. So perhaps that is the plan that we are going with.
Well, if we prepare for that to be the plan, and then if when we get there, because you're, I assume, a much better strategist than we are.
Yeah.
We're still
It is
fairly new
true.
to this game. If we get there and you see a tactical advantage that we didn't see the first time round, then you tell us and we can shift gears.
Yep.
I will see what happens when we get the lay of the land. I have some information from Autumn River, and we will see what we do with that information.
Great.
I also want to ask, because we're in Neverwinter and perhaps have access to better supplies than we did the last time we went and did something this big. The last 2 times we've been in a big battle, we've lost people that we cared a lot about. And Flick has some healing, but not endless amounts. Does the Lord's Alliance have access to an allotment of healing potions or something of that description that we can make sure everybody's prepared with?
I can speak to my connections in the Lord's Alliance, and we will see what happens. We also, as the soldiers, have our own collection, and I will see if we can organize for some of those, as well as the explosives that you asked for.
Oh, great. Cool. I think then...
Do you know how long that would take you? We want to head out as soon as possible, but we also understand we're asking a lot.
If you go now, we will meet you there. I will meet you there. I will organize personally all of this.
Great.
And where are we rendezvousing? At the Emerald Enclave?
That's correct.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go there and we can maybe talk to them about the plan. And even if we just take the Emerald Enclave and get the key,
Yeah.
then we'll meet the Lord's Alliance back and then we can all just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone around us at the moment, or is it just us and Sabine?
It's mostly just the 3 of you.
We went to the House of Knowledge and we talked to the lore master there. I don't know how much investigating the Lord's Alliance does, but we did get told of a potential murder that might have happened at the House of Knowledge of one of the brothers there by the priestess. And I know that that's a big claim, but it is an accusation that I think deserves some investigating, even if it's just on the down low.
That is a very serious accusation. My understanding is that was investigated and it was ruled an accident. That is what our investigation has
Okay. So that's
uncovered.
been looked into?
Yes.
Okay.
Perhaps beware of the lawmaster. He has not been outside in a little while. He's a little bit of an odd fellow.
Yeah, we noticed.
We got that.
He may be seeing shadows that are not there.
Is it possible as a cloak of the Lord's Alliance to read any reports that were made of that investigation? It just sparked my interest. I think that what you found is correct. It's just that I would be interested in reading about it.
She looks at you both. I will see what I can organize, and I will see you at the arranged meeting spot by the end of the day.
Thank you.
Good day. And she walks off.
That was bold.
Yeah, this Priestess Rahini thing is going to be a big deal for us. And I want to know whose pocket she may have been feeding into. I don't trust her, and I think anyone who does trust her might be a little bit dangerous.
Look,
not a lot dangerous, just a little bit dangerous.
For sure. And I think we've figured out at this point that she has sort of influence with maybe everyone in some way. She seems to be playing all sides.
Like, I know the lore master was a little wild, but honestly, him being the first person that we've talked to that has also been like, yeah, Rahini's kind of crazy and I don't like her at all.
Yeah.
I trust him.
That's valid.
And I just think that we should be seeing how deep Rahini's web
For sure.
tangles. And I think it tangles to the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah, that's fine. We've also sort of figured out that no matter where it's going, we're trusting her to a degree to help me.
Yes, but that's why I want to. You're very important to me. And I want to know as much as I can walking into this situation with her so that if things do go down, we are the best equipped that we can be to get you out safe. And if that means maybe frustrating some new allies to turn some stones and find some leads, then I'm going to do that.
I just hug Clarrybelle. It's okay. I'm not going anywhere.
You better not be.
We've got this. Let's go.
Okay.
To the Emerald Enclave, and we're going to make up with our friends.
And we're going to destroy the Dread Ring.
Going to destroy the Dread Ring. You know, just another Tuesday morning.
And you begin to travel southward towards the meeting place of the Emerald Enclave. Can you both make wisdom saving throws?
You both?
Dirty 20. Jess.
14.
Clarrybelle, you pass. Okay. Flick, you fail.
Oh, no!
Yep.
And as you walk, you begin to hear the soft singing of the symphony calling to you, and a whisper. Rohini is the way. You are now plague changed level 2.
Oh no!
Yes!
And that's where we're going to call the session.
You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Full song list and additional artists can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Caddy Wampus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.
Do you like D&D? Well, we don't play that.
No. Do you want to listen to hundreds of hours of people playing the same group of characters? We don't do that either.
Why would we do that? We don't do that. Welcome to Tabletop Clown Society.
This is a show where each episode is a new adventure with new characters in a new indie tabletop role-playing game system where anything can happen.
Don't worry if you've never played the game before. Neither have we.
We've sent the dragon home, and the dungeon is closed for maintenance.
So we hope that instead, you will join us every other Wednesday at the circus. Honk. The honk wasn't in the script, but you're getting it anyway.